Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. You're here with Randall Lefebvre, otherwise known as Drax Craven, when it's payday time. Sorry. Not payday time. Unread messages. Screen flickers to life and Malit's face appears. From the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Oi, Double Decker! Just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside the DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope, though. They're all very badly damaged, and suffering from disc rot besides. It's still alive. Jana? I guess that I should thank you. You got me out of that horrible job alive. I don't think I could have made it on my own. What happened on that run took everything else away from me, but at least I'm still breathing. The lodge turned me into a killer, Double-Decker. That gnaws at my guts every minute of every day, and I still can't sleep at night. Innocent people, normal people, died because of what I did. And you know why they made me do it? Because they could. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't bother you. You're a Shadowrunner after all. You kill people all the time. Just another day at the office, right? Well, I'm not like you. I can't just kill people on the job and forget about it the next day. This is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't know how to live like this, but it's better than not living at all. That's what I keep telling myself, and so I figured that I might as well tell it to you too. Jay. Shit, man. Silk! Hi, Double. This is Silk from the hotel. I hope it's okay that I'm writing you. Samuel gave me your email address. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for everything that you did for me. Kicking my cram habit was the hardest thing I've ever done, and I don't think I would have tried if you hadn't talked me into it. To celebrate my newfound sobriety, I've decided to sign on as a volunteer at the charity. Who knows, maybe giving back to the community will help turn things around in my life. Anyway, thanks again, Double. I owe you one. Yours, Silk. Aw, shucks. Jobs directory. Claim payment for the farm and cleanup job. You submit the job as finished and await your client's response. No sense in mincing words. Your job performance was satisfactory at best. Your fee will be transferred immediately. Enjoy it while it lasts because you'll never work for us again. Oops. Deductions for crew salary, ammunition and resupply costs, automatic deductions for the Alice Fund, $2,500 for me. View all pending and active jobs. Mark 6 prototype extraction. Double. Here you'll find the complete transcript of my conversation with Ash Schmidt, a potential client. As you will see, the details of the job are a bit more vague than I would like, but the payout is quite substantial. After reading the transcript, you may choose whether or not to accept the job. If you respond in the affirmative, our client will be notified and I will make all necessary preparations. One other thing, Herr Schmidt provided me with a device to assist you on the run. He calls it a little black box. Apparently, it can be used to compromise the power and security system of the run site. If you opt to take the job, be sure to take it with you. A glowing blue text field begins to scroll up the bottom of the screen. Greetings, Herr Amsel. I trust that this connection is secure? Naturally. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Call me Herr Schmidt. Very well, Herr Schmidt. You have some business for me. Indeed, I have a job for your team. A simple matter, judging by what I've heard of your team. I imagine they will be well suited to the task. Go on. The interests that I represent have learned that AG Chemi Europa is working on a company-wide project, something very secret, very new. Reliable sources inform me that they're keeping a working prototype of this new venture at their Berlin facility. I see, and your employees wish us to acquire this prototype for them, naturally. What is this project? If you want my team to grab the prototype for you, they'll need to know what they're looking for. I'm not at liberty to say. I can tell you that the prototype has been branded Mark 6. I can tell you that your team will find it on the 25th floor of the Berlin facility in the office of one Albrecht Hauschover. Further, I can assist your team in disabling building security and gaining access to the 24th floor. From there, however, they will be on their own. Such vagueness can be dangerous, Herr Schmidt. I will not commit my team to run without a better understanding of what the job entails. Facing such dangers is the purpose of a Shadowrunner, Herr Amsel. Your team will be rewarded handsomely for their services. My employers have set aside 20,000 new yen for the job. Consider it hazard pay if you wish. Make it 25,000 or look somewhere else. 22,500 final offer. Very well, I will pass your offer on to my team. Are there any further details that you can provide? Alshova's office will be locked behind a vault door. The lock is old-fashioned, of the mechanical variety. I will provide your team with a copy of the key. I will also supply you with a little black box, a solid-state device that your team can use to override a variety of building systems. Your team will enter through the facility's underground garage. When your team has acquired the Mark 6, have them exit through the same garage. I will have a van there waiting to extract them. Thank you, Herr Schmidt. I'll pass your offer on to my team. Good day, Herr Amsel. Yeah, it's vague, but I mean, worst case scenario, we can always buzz off, accept the job. Still iffy. How close are we? Oh god, we are far away from paying the Alice Fund. Criminy. Well, Paul told us he had another lucrative offer. Frau Mueller should be on their way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. I can wait. Tell me what has happened. I had some trouble at the U-Bahn. Somebody tried to kill us. I'll go for that one. Truth be told, I've been expecting that something like this might happen. I'm just glad that you made it out alive. One of the attackers dropped this. Yes, I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. Well, Double, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately that's all I was able to pull off this thing. If all that anyone will, truth be told. It must have been running some sort of counter-intrusion software. The instant that I gained access, it bricked itself. Brick is a term for, an object just becoming useless. Ansel disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground. It clatters to a rest on the metal floor. One whole file? Nice job, Paul. What'd you manage to pull off of it? A comm file. The audio is all here, but it looks like we've only got video from one side of the conversation. Let's see what we have. He opens the file, and a nightmarishly familiar face appears on screen. Bachmeyer. Audryn here. What's your status? Target acquired, sir. You were right. We spotted him on the U-Bahn, just like you said. Probably on his way to a job. As per your instructions, we're going to try to take him out on his way back. He'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo, too, but only time will tell. Good man. Proceed as instructed. Will do. Costman is rigging up an ambush spot right now. We'll try to make it quick. Send me a comm when the job is done. Audryn out. Well, our scarred friend makes an appearance. Double, I suspect that Green Venter's predictions are coming true. I believe that the Firewing is behind this. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time you might not be so fortunate. Well, at least we have a name to the face now. Audryn. That's not all we have. As I was saying when you first walked in, I have been productive as well. I was able to uncover some new evidence in your absence, and coincidentally enough, that evidence pertains to our scarred friend. You might recall that I'd said I'd dig into Audryn's screen grabs. Well, I did, and that search has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside of Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's a dull, boring job, but it does have its perks. As it turns out, our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. Biotech fort! What's the takeaway? The charts are light on identifying information. Our friend's name is listed as Max Musterman, the local equivalent of John Doe, but they do cover his injuries in great detail. Audryn's injuries were extensive. He had 2 broken ribs and a shattered pelvis, and he had sustained third-degree burns over 60% of his body. Most damningly of all, he's suffering from acute radiation poisoning. His body had absorbed over 5,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation, a lethal dose without treatment. The information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, but what happened afterward remains a mystery. Your thoughts? Holding nothing back, I'd like to hear everything that comes to mind. I'm gonna go, well, obviously the SOX. Agreed. 5,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short of basking in the glow of an unshielded reactor, I don't know what he'd absorb that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the SOX. Sounds like Dragonfire. I don't think Audryn is working for the Firewing. I believe that he is serving her. On Green Ventus' second DVD, he mentioned that there is a cult within the SOX that worships the Firewing, the disciples of the Cleaning Fire. I believe that Audryn belongs to this cult. That's bad news. There's nothing more dangerous than a zealot. My thoughts exactly. A hireling can sometimes be bribed or reasoned with, but a pawn can be liberated, but if the Firewing soldiers look upon her as a goddess, nothing short of killing her will deter them, and even that might not stop them. So it is possible that Audryn's a dragon cultist. This seems to fit with much of the other information that we've uncovered. Any other red flags jump out? If the hospital couldn't ID him, either he's living off the grid or someone was covering his tracks. Indeed, if Audryn were a denizen of the SOX, a glowpunk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. It's a working theory at any rate. So to sum it up, Audryn has probably spent time in the SOX. It is possible that he lived there as a member of Firewing's dragon cult, and he is after you. In my mind, all of this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast. I'm gonna take him down! No. Agreed. Good. And that's all the more reason to gather Alice's fee as quickly as possible. And as luck would have it, Frau Mueller has arrived. Best of luck at this meeting, Double-Decker. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. I'm on it. I got all this charisma. All this charisma saved up. Just kidding, I only have 2 charisma. Speaking of things. Just need more intelligence. Pip. I feel so silly for having spent that 1 point. I didn't know I wouldn't need it. Oh, give drones extra abilities. Interesting. Drones get additional action points. That's cool. 3 more karma. Where to spend it? Dodge. No thanks. Well, I guess I'll just take the point of intelligence and hope that I get a little bit more later. Cause I gotta get that Fairlight Excalibur. That's gonna put me on the map, man. I'm gonna be the greatest decker this side of Seattle. Actually, I should say like Osaka. You want to talk hard deckers? Japan, man, Japan. Anyway, Frau Mueller. As you press your way forward through the cozy, smoke-filled confines of Cafe Shezva, you catch sight of Frau Mueller. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztechnology descent, with coffee-colored skin and dark, wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Double-Decker, I presume? Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said you had a job for me. Yes, I do. In truth, I am in desperate need of your help. Tell me what you need, Frau Mueller. An assumed name, obviously, but I have been told that this is how you people do business. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I am an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. You tell me I'm not in the business of guessing. Aztechnology, the only Aztlan-based corporation operating in Germany. I've been with the company for over a decade. Over the course of my employment, I've worked on many great projects, from the innocuous to the obscene. My hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our search. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. Please go on. No need to say anything snide. She's already scared. Last month I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. Crap. Tenochtitlan? I don't know how to pronounce that. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. Catchy. She looks you deep in the eye, and for the first time you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down, this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Double-Decker. Blood magic is commonplace in Tenochtitlan. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb, but what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know. The less you know, the better, for both of us. You'll just have to trust me on that. You need only know one thing, that it is evil. It's not a word I use lightly. You have to understand. I'll go with the first one. You don't tell me about Bloodline, I can't stop it. Simple. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages, the scientists that are working to bring out this abomination. I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions, and I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, is there anything more that you need to hear, or are you ready to make a decision? I've already had my fill of killing innocent people. Tell me about the people in the building. None of us are innocent, Double. But if you need to salve your conscience, rest assured that in an hour of your approach, the only personnel authorized to be on site will be security and senior members of the research team. And I assure you that neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. This sounds like hyperbole, I know, but it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I am certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that doing so will probably cost me my life. I hate to tell you this, but I'm not a demolitions expert. How do you expect me to get this job done? You don't need to be. You just need to be a competent decker, which I'm told you are. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down, but I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be catastrophic. What can you tell me about security? Expect it to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, Aztechnology has taken out a knight-errant high-threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to how unique this project is. At any rate, I believe that I've come up with a solution to the knight-errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with Amsel if you decide to take the job. Stock compensation. 36,000 new yen. Sorry, I slipped over that because holy shit, that's a bunch of money. As I told your Amsel, that's what I've allocated for this job. More than fair. It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Double. I'm down. I mean, so the other option, I won't accept blowing it up with such flimsy information. I don't care. Like if it's an actual Aztechnology building and it's just filled with corporate work drones, I don't give a shit. I will just blow it up. I'm from the streets. Double doesn't give a fuck about corporations. You can't make me feel bad about what I do to Aztechnology. You can't make me feel bad about what I do to Seder Krupp. You can make me terrified though. Woohoo! I will iron out the remaining details with your Amsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good man, Double. You're saving more lives than you know. Maybe it'll soothe my guilty conscience. You know, about all those other innocent people I blew the fuck up. Anyway, let's get equipped. Let's see if Mallet's got any new programs and equipment. You know, stuff I'd be interested in. Maybe she's got the Fairlight Excalibur in stock. Nope, still just the Fuji Virtua X. That's good. They don't if it's not available, they're not expecting me to purchase it. I'll want that later. Okay, that's all good. Moving on. New equipment. Oh, that's right. I still haven't upped my melee skills. I still can't get that sweet ninja sword. But, Mr. Metbach, Metbach. Anything cool? Ruger Super Warhawk. When in doubt, kill everyone in the room. Oh, shotguns. Colt M23. Ranged combat 6. I think that's what I'd be wanting. Oh, did I get the SmartLink version? Or no, I found the SmartLink version, which you can use without a SmartLink. Obviously, just helps to have one. I don't have a SmartLink system, so it really does no benefit to me. Armor and breastplate plates, light security armor. Anyway. Well, they'll do it for this episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. We're going to go down into the U-Bahn here. And I say we help Blitz with his money troubles. I know he's a fuck-up, but he's our fuck-up, you know? Good night, everyone.